But Damaris Dantas is out for this preseason game with a left leg injury. It's not good. That's not good for the Fever. So, I just saw the Fever injury report for today, and I'm a little bit late. I have to admit, I'm a little bit late to this. I have no idea. It just came up as a notification on my phone. Although, the Fever are in a much better position to deal with this now than they were maybe a year ago, or a couple of weeks ago, realistically.
Did you panic when you saw the title? Let me clear things up right away. The Indiana Fever are playing the Atlanta Dream, but one player definitely isn't suiting up for the final preseason game. Damaris Dantas is officially out with a lower leg injury, and she's the only Fever player on the injury report right now. But don't worry, Caitlin Clark fans, your girl is 100% playing despite being limited in practice this week. Let's break down exactly what's happening before the regular season starts. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video.
In not wasting possessions and not wasting practice time, and understanding that how you do anything is how you do everything. The communication of not taking it easy or taking a step down in drills.
How do you see Dewana's fire combining with CeCe's fire? Both of them just really want to win that championship. And I know that nothing's been proven yet, but just the fire from both those players.
And them and Sophie. I mean, really, all three of them. Their competitive spirit. They're perfectionists. Whether we go from live to like skeleton stuff, to in game handling momentum shifts, handling momentum swings, handling the highs and lows. Look, it's early.
So who exactly is sitting out this final preseason matchup? Let me clear things up for you right now. The Indiana Fever officially only has one player on the injury report for this final preseason game against the Atlanta Dream, Damaris Dantas. That's right, just one player is confirmed out with a lower leg injury, but this absence actually matters more than you might think. Dantas brings something special to the Fever's rotation that's now missing for this important final tune-up game. She gives the team crucial depth in the front court and provides that veteran presence you need when you're trying to build chemistry before the regular season. When Dantas is on the court, she creates spacing with her shooting ability and understands defensive rotations. Her basketball IQ helps everyone around her play better. The team hasn't shared many details about her lower leg injury. We don't know exactly when it happened or how severe it is. All we know is that it's serious enough to keep her sidelined for this final preseason contest. This kind of vague injury description is pretty common in the WNBA, where teams often keep injury details close to the chest. The sudden nature of the announcement caught many by surprise, suggesting it might have happened during a recent practice session. Without Dantas available, the Fever is adjusting their lineup in interesting ways.
And then last one for me, last year Caitlin just was like thrown into the fire straight from, NCAA's, had to get a taste of the WNBA. But now with an off seasons and time to relax and also understand what areas she wanted to get better and what were those emphases for you?
I thought she, throughout the course of the season last year, really adjusted well. Her priority was getting stronger. Getting in the weight room, being stronger, but not just getting stronger, like adding muscle. But I think the biggest thing is now knowing what to expect. I say it all the time, like, you don't know what you don't know. And now understanding what to expect, the ebbs and flows of a game, the season, understanding coverages, everybody's bigger, faster, stronger.
They'll likely need to give more minutes to other front court players, potentially creating opportunities for younger talents to step up. These preseason games are perfect for testing different combinations, and Coach White will use this chance to see how the team performs with altered rotations. It's not ideal to lose Dantas, but finding solutions now is better than scrambling when games actually count. Now, for what everyone's really wondering, is Caitlin Clark playing in the final preseason game? Yes. Despite being limited in practice this week, Clark will absolutely be on the court against the Dream. This is huge news for fans who've been worried after seeing reports about her reduced practice time. Clark will suit up and should get significant playing time as the team makes final preparations for the regular season. What's crazy is the reason behind Clark's limited practice. According to Clark herself, she's been going too hard with the basketball. That's right.
And it allows them to play with lineups where more players can shoot the ball. She's a backup for Leah Boston, where you can play with 5 shooters on the floor, potentially. But Damaris Dantas being out is a problem. It is genuinely a problem because Dantas is a stretch big.
Her issue isn't a concerning injury, but rather the rookie pushing herself too hard in practices and workouts. This is classic Caitlin Clark. The same insane work ethic that made her a college superstar is following her to the pros. The team is simply being smart by managing her workload before the games actually count. Coach Stephanie White confirmed Clark has been limited, but made it clear she isn't holding anyone back for this final preseason game. White understands the importance of this last tune-up before the regular season begins. Her approach shows a perfect balance. Protect players who need it, like Dantas, but give everyone else, including Clark, the valuable game experience they need. The coaching staff clearly views this final preseason matchup as an important stepping stone toward regular season success. For fans heading to Atlanta hoping to see Clark play, you're in luck. If you bought tickets specifically to watch the rookie sensation, you won't be disappointed. Clark will be running the offense, shooting those deep threes, and showing off the court vision that made her a college legend. This is exactly what you want to hear if you're making the trip to Atlanta or planning to catch the game on TV. Looking at the bigger picture, the Fever is walking that fine line between caution and preparation as the regular season approaches. They're protecting Dantas by keeping her out completely while giving Clark the green light to play despite some practice limitations. This balanced approach shows the franchise is thinking long-term while still recognizing the importance of building chemistry and momentum in the preseason. The team knows these games don't count in the standings, but they count tremendously for a group trying to establish their identity. With new pieces like Clark integrating into the system, every minute of game action provides valuable data for the coaching staff. They're collecting information on which lineups work best, which sets generate good shots, and which defensive assignments make the most sense. All this happens while making sure nobody pushes too hard and risks missing time when the games really matter. At the end of the day, this final preseason game represents the last chance for fine-tuning before the pressure ramps up. The Fever clearly believes the benefits of playing their stars, including Clark, outweigh any minor risks. For a team with championship aspirations, these decisions reflect a mature organizational philosophy that balances immediate needs with long-term goals. The Fever are making all the right moves here. They're keeping Dantas safe while giving Clark the green light to gain that crucial game experience. You can tell this team is serious about winning by how they're handling these final preparations. The front office is all in too. Amber Cox and Kelly Krauskopf have been at every practice, watching everything. As they've said themselves, it's championship or bust for this squad. This dream matchup is the last chance to build momentum before games start counting. If you're watching from home or heading to Atlanta, get ready. Clark is about to show you why everyone's talking about her.